Hey, welcome back. It's Glad Dad again. I've got my buddy Kerry here with me today.
Greetings.
Greetings. So you took first place yesterday at the locals.
Yes.
What were you playing?
This pile of earth machines.
Pile of Earth machines. Yeah, we talked briefly about it. I think in my other deck profile I put up just yesterday. The second
Sharks.
place, the Sharks. Yep. You just kind of came out of left field with this one.
Yes.
I don't think anybody. Angerknuckle pass is very scary.
Yeah, the meme that he is, this deck isn't a meme.
I will forever, ever call this deck Angerknuckle pass just because of the fact that I told Kane this too multiple times. I said, Kane is like, if you go first, I can tell exactly what your inboard is going to be. He's like, no, you're not. I can change it every time. Out of the 3 matches, the motherfucker made Angerknuckle set 3 and pass. The same all 3 times. I said, you're going to end on Angerknuckle, set 3, and pass. Just put him on the board real quick, and then let me have my turn. Like, I already know what your turn is going to entail. But let's get into this one, because I'm kind of curious, too, because I know we've been playtesting a lot. Did you change it much since we've playtested, or?
There's one slight change, and we'll get into that
As we go?
as we go.
Okay.
Okay, so for the starters, it's pretty standard for this deck. But 3 Infinitrek Harvester, just on normal, it adds an Infinitrek monster. Then it also can level modulate itself by targeting another monster, and they both become those levels.
Oh, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you use that to go into some of like your rank 9 plays, and rank 12 in some cases.
Hard make Zeus.
Yeah. The other starter, we would play 2 the Metal Cruncher. I was playing this at 3 because of some tech choices we ended up cutting.
I think you cut it when we were playtesting too. Like you just realized
I cut one
seeing
for,
it too much.
Well, I cut it. It's good. On normal, you reveal 3 Earth Machines, and your opponent picks 1 at random and adds it to your hand. But you gotta control no face-up cards to normal summon it. So like it's good like turn 1.
But after that,
not
really.
too much, but you can go into it off of overdrive, which will do quite a bit.
Okay.
Then best card in the deck, because this is technically a starting piece. Machina Redeployment, you just pitch 1. You
Ash
can
this card.
Yeah, ash this card.
Ash this card. I've learned the hard way. If you do not ash this card, you most likely are going to get punched in the face.
Yeah, there's like 8 1-card combos, or 1.5 card combos that resolve around this card alone. Then the other starter, so to speak, is the heavy forward. Just searches an Infinitrek.
So you have 6 Rotas in this deck essentially.
Basically. And then the 1 of Urgent Schedule. This doesn't come up as much, say game 1, but it's in here in case you lose dice roll. But this card can also be a 1-card full combo, but your opponent has to have cards on their board or monsters. But if they gamma your normal summon, this becomes live.
There you go. Yeah, that works.
Then the kind of last starter is the Anchor Drill. This just lets you unload monsters out of your hand, but it can enable some pretty strong plays.
You only play the 1?
Yeah, just the 1.
I mean, you can search it just about anytime
you can search it anytime you need it. That's it for the starters. For like the extenders / engine pieces, 2 Brutal Dozer. I was playing this at 3, kind of like with the Cruncher, but I ended up opting to drop 1 of that and the other one for a card that's going to come up here shortly. But this, you contribute an Earth Machine, summons itself, and then summons another Infinitrek from deck. Its effects are negated, and you get locked into Earth Machines.
Okay, so this is the piece that locks you into the whole...
Yeah, this is like the choke point of the deck, so to speak. But,
if you stop
it does. If you stop this card, it does hurt a bit.
Okay.
Then the usual target that you summon off of it is the 2 Trencher. It's all Infinitrek. Level 5s have the same effect where you tribute an Earth Machine and they summon themselves in defense. This one, when in grave, you can banish it, target an Infinitrek in your grave, and you get to special summon it.
Just a free monster reborn.
Free monster reborn. Then, honestly, the namesake of the whole deck, the one tunneler, your whole goal of the deck is to get a bunch of names and graves, so you can banish this, put 5 back, and draw 2.
It's literally what the deck does. It literally just Pot of Avarices, sets 4, and then makes Angerknuckle.
Yep. Then, the trading package, 1 Express and 2 Duracrane. This is great for chain blocking because you can just or anytime you summon an Earth Machine monster, this just summons itself. It allows you to enable some really dumb plays with it. Also, when it's detached, you can target I believe it's a monster.
It's
just target a card.
I thought it was just a card.
Yeah, target a card and destroy it when it's detached. Comes up a lot. This is like your main resource loop one, because when it's in the grave on the end phase, it adds back an Earth Machine except for itself to your hand.
Scarm.
Yep. Except for you have to remember, or this only activates an end phase.
Okay.
Yeah. Then for the other Machina targets in the deck, 2 Fortress. This card is an absolute house.
That card is insane.
Yeah. This card is an absolute house. Heart and soul of the deck, honestly. True MVP.
He just fuels everything. It doesn't matter what it
doesn't activate. You just keep summoning him. And then the card that won me pretty much every game yesterday. This card is an absolute house.
It's almost a better version of Prank Kid's Battle Butler in a way.
Yeah, there's a lot of technical plays you can do with this card. Obviously, when a machine monster is destroyed and he's in your grave, or an Earth Machine is destroyed and he's in your grave, he summons himself. And then he can target an Earth or a machine monster. He will attempt to destroy it, but then you get to Regeki your opponent's board equal for every monster that's weaker than whatever it was you targeted. But he doesn't have to destroy that monster to do that effect.
Oh, that's good. So he just has to attempt to.
Yeah, he just has to attempt to. Then the 1 brick / engine requirement, the 1 box. Because just basically this card is when it's added to your hand, you get to add a Earth Machine monster with either 500 attack or 500 defense. But you can't hard draw him, you have to add him. But a cool play with him and the Express is if this is in your grave, say like on your opponent's turn, you can add this back to your hand and it'll activate. At the end of your
really?
turn. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Then the reason for all the weird cuts, the 1 of Instant Fusion and the 1 of Ready Fusion.
Just 1 or 1.
Yeah, 1 and 1, because honestly these cards fix the choke point of the deck, which was the Brutal Dozer. So you'll end up summoning Cybersaurs.
And it gives you the other additional you need to
it gets you to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Then that's pretty much it for the extenders. Then for pretty much everything else in the deck, the 1 of Called By, because it works. 3 of Strike, because Strike's pretty
is
crazy.
So good. It's so good.
Then to complement our Strike, 2 Torrential.
Torrential Strike's a board wipe.
Yep. 2 Overdrive. This card's pretty insane, actually. Because it's kind of like the same context as
It's Zodiac Barrage, or not Barrage, combo.
Yeah.
Trap
well,
card.
I was thinking like the Citadel in this deck where you can target a monster that say can't be destroyed. It'll trigger the Citadel because it attempted to destroy it, and you just get to summon a free body.
That's true too. Yeah.
It also has a neat effect where you can banish it, and then you can shuffle back 3 machine monsters that are either banished or in your graveyard back in your deck. Draw 1.
And that's the part I'm talking about. That's like Zodiac combo.
Yeah. Yeah, this card is absolutely
because they have their own trap card that does that same thing in the graveyard.
Yep. And for like the hand traps, I was playing 3 Imperm. Honestly, Imperm's pretty crazy.
Imperm's really good right now.
Yeah. Then for tech choice, I opted to play 2 Droll in the main because I feel like a lot of decks right now are resolved around just adding cards. I felt this card was more impactful than say playing Ash or. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the main.
That's why I liked citing mistake in my Eldritch Stun was because
So not adding cards hurts.
Yeah, not adding cards really kills quite a bit of decks actually.
Yeah. And for the extra, 3 Goliath.
That card.
This card is really good.
You run through that, dude.
You can run through all 3. Your whole goal is just feel that these make up easy names for the Tunneler. But it also has a pretty relevant effect where when it's sent to the grave, it attaches itself to an Exceed monster as material. Then if it's equipped to a machine-type monster, it can't be destroyed by card effects.
That's what makes the Citadel and the...
Yeah, that's what lets you do all the crazy stuff with Citadel in this deck. Then, the cover card of the deck himself.
Best card in the deck.
Best card in the deck.
The Angerknuckle.
Yeah.
I love that card.
Yeah, he can cycle out any monster to bring back a level 10 monster in defense, and he can also... Hi, Griffin. He can also, when he's in the grave, send any card to the grave to summon himself back. Thanks. That's my mat.
Are you helping him out, Griffin? He's like a Dutch mat.
But the first effect to cycle out is a quick effect, so you can actually end up bringing back Citadel on your opponent's turn and catch them out of left field. Or if they try to call by your Citadel, you can use this to make sure your Citadel is protected.
Yeah, because you can just chain the effect anyway. So
the 1-up Ballista.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong. That's another kind of choke point.
Yes.
If they ash the Ballista.
Yeah,
depending on what's in hand.
Depending on what's in hand, that can hurt.
That can hurt because you don't get the double add off the box.
Yeah. But you're generally, at that point, you're pretty fine because you can just tribute this off with the River Stormer and just continue playing. But ashing this does hurt. This is a 1-up Link. Clifford Keys. This card's actually a house.
Oh, this is spicy. I love this, dude.
This card's a house.
It forces,
It forces a lot of things. Plus, it's unaffected by spells and traps and Link monster effects, so it's pretty crazy. And then you can actually trigger the search effect with Urgent Schedule, which is pretty crazy, too. Then, that's it for the links. Then for Exceeds, our train package. These are pretty standard. Dora's a house. Pretty almost impossible to out at times, to be honest with you.
Man, you've got a whole suburb in here. You've got houses everywhere.
Everything in this deck is a house.
This is Libe. Sorry about the glare.
Pretty standard. Door detaches, targets itself, becomes unaffected.
You can target any monster, right?
Yeah, you can target any monster, make it unaffected. Usually you do it on Dora. Gustav obviously wins in time. Lead becomes 6,000 in punches. And then 1 enter Blefnir. There's some neat combos you can do with this card.
Hand rip.
You can hand rip and make it can't be destroyed by card effects. So you can target it with Citadel, pop things, and leave it there. Same with the Earth Slicer. This actually comes up when you get drolled, because you can hard make this with the Anger Drill and the Brutal Dozer, and you'll have a Citadel and Grave, and you'll end up summoning the Goliath. You'll use this effect to pop your own Goliath, and the Goliath will equip itself, and you'll bring back the Citadel.
And then you have a Regeki, so that way you still have an interruption even after you get drolled.
And a 3100 beat stick that can't be destroyed by card effects.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And 1 River Stormer. This card is crazy.
Just loops itself.
Loops itself, searches any Earth Machine monster. The card is phenomenal. It summons itself back. With the Goliath, the Goliath tucks itself, so it's always alive. The 1 Zeus, because you do play a lot of Exceed monsters, but you can actually just hard make this card, even going first, and you can actually give it 4 materials going first, which is pretty crazy.
You'll have to show us that combo before the end of the video. You'll have to
Yes.
show us how to hard make the Zeus going first.
Yes. And then one of Dingirsu. This doesn't come up much, but it does have Dragoon. You can make this by going Anchor Drill, summoning your Ancient Gear box from your deck, and you just make them both level 8 overlay into this guy. Plus the protection effect's handy.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And then our Ready Fusion target, the Cyber Source. I actually won a game yesterday by going Ready Fusion. Summoning this up, moved to end phase, it blew itself up, and I summoned the Citadel. I have one off the back of Citadel, like that. That's it for the extra.
Well, let's blaze through your side real quick, because now just keep in mind, guys, the side is catered more to our locals, so, but a lot of it is based on kind of the current meta.
Yeah. The third drill, just because we need it. 2 Lancia, because banished decks are a thing.
Still, Tri-Brigade's still there.
Yeah. The second urgent schedule, because the first one is there in case you lose die roll, but it's really just a good going second card. So you play the second one on the side when you know you're going second. You decide it. The first one becomes an easy side out target. The one of Harpy's Feather Duster, because back row decks suck. 3 Cosmic for the same reason.
Back row decks suck.
3 Evenly because
Back
board
row
wipes
decks suck.
but also back row decks suck. And then for going first, 3 Anti-Spell
Because board wipes suck.
And the 1 Imperial Order because
Why the
it
fuck
wins.
not?
Yeah.
It wins games.
Because you could probably draw into it pretty easily.
What's your opinion on our order? You think it should get banned?
I'm in a mixed pool where I do think it probably should be banned, but if it gets banned, there's a list of cards that need to go with it.
Either like they need to get hit or banned or something.
Hit
like,
or banned.
I think there's too many board wipe cards for you to like really
Yeah.
get rid of it. I think it's fine at 1. Like you only have what 2 cards that can get to it.
Yeah.
Like 'cause you have Griffin, Nightmare Griffin, and then you have the new Lord of Heavenly Prison.
Yeah.
But then again, it only triggers it for 1 turn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I personally, if the card goes, there's got to be a list of things that go with it, or limited, or
semi-limited or something. You got to hit the consistency of some other things. So show us this Zeus combo.
Okay.
The Mighty Zeus combo going first.
The Mighty Zeus combo. Generally, the starting is these 2 cards. Obviously, a card to pitch.
Okay. So you just need 3 cards basically.
3 card, 2.5 card combo. So you go with the redeployment, and you will add the Metal Cruncher
And the Fortress.
and the Fortress. We'll normal summon the Metal Cruncher, and it will reveal the 3 trains.
Now, does it matter which train you get?
No,
Okay, so you just need 1 of them.
you just need one of them. Usually you'll get the Dirk Crane because it's the most likely to occur. So then you will go Fortress, who does not activate, summon himself. Link these 2 off. For Ballista, keep in mind that's in your hand. Ballista will add our Bricky Boy box. Box will add Tunneler. You'll summon back the Fortress by pitching these. This will summon, then you will go the Effective Trencher, bring back the Harvester. Harvester will activate.
Oh, that's right, because Trencher doesn't negate the effects.
Yes. Add the Brutal Dozer. Well, it'll be Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, so this will summon itself. You'll use these 2 to level modulate. They'll both become 12.
How's he become 12?
This is 10, this is 2, so they both become...
Oh, he adds them together.
Yeah, he
Okay,
adds
I
them
thought he
together.
just copied them.
No, they both become...
Oh, that's pretty good. Zeus.
Make your Zeus. sure I'm not screwing something up here. I'm prone to doing that. You go to this, tribute this off. Dozer will summon the Tunneler this time, because you need that Pot of Avarice. Overlay these two to River Stormer. You'll end up adding the other train. This does have a clause where you have to control only Earth monsters. You're generally just going to use this card for pitching material.
Okay. Yeah, because it's affected in phase engrave.
Yeah. You'll link this off
To Goliath.
and to your Goliath. You link these two into your Angerknuckler. Goliath will trigger, attach itself to Zeus.
Zeus is a machine too, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, that means he can't be stripped. Oh my god, that's so bullshit.
Yeah. Then you'll use Riverstormer's Effect Engrave, which will tribute this, summon itself, link it off again for the second Goliath. You'll now use the box of, or the Angerknuckler, sending this from your hand to summon itself back. And then you're going to do your Tunneler and put back these 5. Resolve your draw 2. Then end phase, this is going to add back the Brutal Dozer. You always want to have this card back. Then when you get to your opponent's turn, you will just go standby phase. Use the Angerknuckler to send this to summon back the train. And the Goliath will equip itself back to Zeus. And I get 4-mana Zeus.
Well, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
You just free 4 mana, fucking four top Zeus on your first turn in your opponent's standby phase.
Yep.
And you still have Angerknuckle.
And you have 2 mystery cards on top of whatever else was in your hand, plus the Dozer back for follow-up.
And train search it in
And
phase.
this train's going to probably end back your Harvester.
That's ridiculous,
That's
Gary.
pretty crazy.
This is why you won yesterday.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't do this yesterday. I did a lot of Inter-Blefnir plays.
Well, thanks for, letting me get this. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like this. This is, kind of makes me want to, maybe dabble in a little bit of machinery.
Yeah. It was enough to get me to dabble in machinery.
Well, before we end this, do you have any shout-outs or anything?
Well, the main number 1 shout-out goes to Kane Oswald, because this is actually his deck. I'm just borrowing it and playing it. We do a lot of theory crafting with this deck. Obviously, Glad Dad here. Austin and Bailey as well for letting me come over last Saturday and mollywop them for like 5 hours.
For like 5 hours. Give plenty of time to test this monstrosity.
Shout-outs to Preston, because I can't shout out with Kane without shouting out Preston.
That'd be rude. That'd be really rude.
It would be rude.
That's like...
And shout-outs to Rivals for being, honestly, one of the best shops around.
It has to be. I've been to quite a bit of shops, and I think it's probably my favorite. But anyway, thanks again. This is the end of it, guys. I'll see you next time in the Coliseum. Bye.